The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the terrific Thursday, the February 18th edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. And more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there too. You can always send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. And inside that subject heading, if you'd be kind enough to put radio show question, and of course, in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Thursday, Thirsty Thursday at that. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, all the U.S. indices trading to the downside. Dow off 234, 0.7%. S&P down 32, 0.8%. NASDAQ 100 off 140, a little over 1%. Russell nearly 2% or 42 points. Spot volatility trading out at 23.08, still below the 50-day exponential moving average. So if it closes above that, the question is, will it be one-day rate of change greater than 10%? That I don't know. Gold is up $1, silver down 22 cents. Leading the charge, by the way, to the upside, it's Wix, up dollar-wise, that is, $37, 12%. Twilio, $29, 7%. Immunome, up $24, 111%. To the downside, it's Boston Beer, Sam Adams. That is down $83, 7%. Stamps.com, 47, 18%. MicroStrategy, $32. So there's certainly things to look at. What we want to look at, what you want to look at. So I believe we're going to begin by taking a look at the markets overall. We're going to do that by looking at the futures contracts out here. Now, let's start off by looking at the ES Mini. What do we know about the ES Mini? Well, it has one of our TD9 count topping patterns. It has wave number 7. That is letter G. So there's 2 topping patterns that are out there. Today's close will be important. If we see a close below 39.24 and change out there, that is the current value of the oscillator and change line. A close below that suggests a additional move lower. Lower to where? Well, here we'd be looking, the first level of support would be the top of the daily profile. That's at the 38.62 level. The second area would be the center at 38.21. And below that, before price would get down to the bottom, we'd be looking at 37.60. 37.60 is the most recent breakout here for the ES Mini. Based on the way things are trading, it appears that that's what price wants to do, is pull back to that level. But here, it's only broken, it has not really broken an important level of support. And I'm not saying that the oscillator and change line isn't important. The oscillator and change line helps us to identify what the market is communicating to us at the moment. And at the moment, it's suggesting a further retracement. And again, that first target being 38.62. That's the daily time frame. Let's back this up a bit. Let's start by going from daily to the 5-hour, to the 4-hour, to the 2-hour, to the 1-hour, and then to the 30-minute chart. Sound good to you? Well, I don't know if it does, but I think that it does. And the reason we're doing this, yesterday when we took a look at the ES Mini, the figure hasn't changed. What we did was we took a look at this also, by the way, in a 5-hour time frame as a TD9 count, Rhodes Momentum Indicator topping signal. And what price is doing right now, and this bar will close at 2 p.m. That's right. We're not serving any more drinks after 2 p.m. I'm just kidding. But the bar that I'm referring to is the bar on your screen, and that is taking on 38.95.75. A close below that, really would be two closes below that, are going to suggest a change in trend, at least for this time frame, because that is the breakout level. Now, it's very possible that the ES Mini could find support. It closes above that, and nothing will have broken down, at least on this time frame out here. There is no bottoming signal, so I'd be hesitant to suggest that you buy, but it could just be setting up a consolidation. 3895.75, that's the number you want to have on your pad of paper. If we go take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart, 3890.25, you can see prices testing that level. So put that one on your pad of paper. 3890.25, if there's a close below that, well, we know we'll have a change in trend signal on the 5-hour and on the 4-hour chart. If we go look at the 2-hour time frame, what do we have? Price right now is already traded below, closed below on that last bar, 3895.75. So the close below that suggests for this time frame, the 120-minute chart, a change in trend. Now, that next price projection level would be its next breakout area. Close below one, odds favor you may go down to the next one. The next one would be 3818.25. If we take a look at the 60-minute time frame, what do we have? On the 60-minute time frame, we have a confirmed Rhodes momentum indicator bottom at this stage. What price would need to do is close below the oscillator and change line, which is currently priced at 3,900. If it closed above that, 3903 would be the target, and anything above 3903 would be 3924. So it does have a valid bottoming signal. That's on the 60-minute time frame. The 30-minute time frame, that's as far as we're going to go to short-term time frames. I've got wave number 7. That is letter G. So it too has a bottoming signal, but you can see price here has been struggling to take out that oscillator and change line. That is really acting as a resistance magnet out there, and that's currently priced at 38.94. That is what the ES Mini is doing. It is suggesting that price wants to continue lower. The close today will be muy importante. Let's go to Ken in Daytona Beach. Ken, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Steve. I first want to thank you very much for all of your knowledge and great tradings information that you pass along to us as callers and members of the Tiger Financial News Network. You are a truly an asset, and we really appreciate what you do for us.
Well, Ken, you just made my day. So thank you very much for that. No, truly, I really do appreciate those kind comments.
You don't hear it enough, and you deserve it much more. But there are a lot of us out here that do appreciate it. And I wanted to take a look at Immunogen, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah. So tell us what you're doing with it and how we can help.
Well, I'm in at about 6.5, and I'm just wondering if this thing's got any legs, or what it might be able to do over. And it's not a short-term trade. I've had it for a while.
Okay, so here's what we know right now. The first thing we want to do is see if we can identify any key levels of support or resistance. And the good news for you is that price is above all levels of resistance for its daily, weekly, and monthly time frame. Now, those levels of resistance I'm referring to are the TAS market profiles. So that is a positive. Now, what we're about to do here is we're going to go to a hard break. And so, Ken, I'm going to ask if you would hold on through this break, and then during the break, I'll study the other chart patterns for you, get a feel for where this is targeting, see if there's any kind of topping signals that you need to be concerned with. So this is Steve Rhodes with Ken in Daytona Beach. And we'll be right back taking a look at ticker symbol IMGN. You bet. That is. Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led
led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam! If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So we're on the line with Ken in Daytona Beach. We're taking a look at ticker symbol IMGN. And one of the things that Ken shared with us is that this is not a short-term hold. And so with that being the case, Ken, we're going to start with the monthly time frame chart and then work our way back. Okay. So on the longer-term picture, out here, what we can see is prices targeting $12.31. $12.31 is the TD9 breakdown resistance level. If price can clear that on an intermediate term, on a monthly basis, because we're looking at the monthly chart, that will be your signal that there's a change in trend that is in place for that time frame. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not further resistance up ahead, because there is, and those levels are 1339 and 1559. So those are the numbers that I would be having on my pad of paper, knowing that you're going to run into some turbulence, or you should run into some turbulence in that area. That is the bigger long-term picture out here. As far as support is concerned, 553 is the number. This is trading at 939. That's the monthly time frame chart. If we go take a look at the weekly time frame chart, the weekly time frame chart tells us this story. So very similar to what we were looking at on the monthly, the weekly has taken on its first level of breakdown resistance. That was at 984. And last week was a very promising aspect from the standpoint that there was a close above that level. Can I have a simple rule out here? In order to confirm a breakout above resistance or a breakdown below support, there needs to be two consecutive closes above or below those areas. Well, right now, and that level, by the way, is 984. And IMGN has pulled back and is trading below that. You're at 940. It's only Thursday. If you do get a close above 984 tomorrow, that would be positive. You'd have your two consecutive closes and say, okay, we're ready to move higher. If it doesn't, now not that there's a topping pattern, but resistance is held. And if you can't really bust out resistance, well, then you start to pull back to a support area. And on a weekly basis, that is at $8 and change. Right now it's on my screen at 808. So that's how I would look at the weekly chart and what it's communicating to us. And then we go look at the daily time frame. So we go here and look at noise because you're a longer term holder, and really it's the monthly chart that you should be focused on. So when we take a look at the noise to understand what's going on, we can also see that there were about 4 trading days ago. You probably were in heaven on that day because that was a wide-ranging bar. Yes?
Yes, absolutely.
And then the next day, they pulled the rug from underneath you. You're like, wait a minute, this just gave back all of those gains. Well, it turns out that so this Thursday, on Monday, that bar was bar number 9 of a TD9 count. And we know that when we get to these TD9 counts, markets will typically move sideways, pull back, top. And if they don't and they keep powering through it, it tells us about a strong momentum move to the upside. Well, here we don't have the strong momentum move to the upside signal. But what I want to share with you is the pullback isn't anything negative. Yes, you have a valid topping pattern. But the only thing that gives sellers the ability to do is go start trying to take out support. And the first support level is the oscillator and change line. And even though price didn't hit it exactly yesterday or this morning, it's really close to it. So I'm going to consider this to be a test and rejection. And this is signaling to us that IMGN is probably going to go try to take out or try to tackle those highs from Monday out there. Now, if price were to close below 876, then you would prepare for a further retracement. And that ultimate retracement should take you back to 717. Probably not what you want to hear, but we're not there just yet. Price would have to close below the oscillator and change line in order for that to happen. So long term, it looks good. Intermediate term says you've got a bit of a struggle. The daily chart is saying, you know what, I'm going to try to get above that level of 984 and make Ken a happy camper. So that's how the charts are communicating to us. What questions does that pose to you?
How about a quick lesson in Italian?
Okay, sure.
Grazie mille. Grazie mille. A million thanks, Steve. I really appreciate your analysis.
Well,
and I'm going to hang on for a while and write it out.
Sounds good. That's what the charts are telling you to do. So, Ken, thanks so much for your kind comments and for calling in, and have a great day in Daytona Beach.
You do the same. Thank you, sir.
Will do. You bet. I'm going to just check here real quickly, folks, just see if there are any requests that have come in by email. I hate getting behind on those. So I see a couple that are in here, or I see out. So there's one here from Tim. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody in the den wanted me to look at something first. That was to look at XEC. So let me get XEC fired up here on my white background charts, and let's get that on our 3 time frame daily, weekly, monthly view, and let's find out what XEC is. This is Cimerix Energy, and Cimerix Energy really is dealing with a resistance level right now at 50.98. And 50.98 is the top of the monthly profile. Granted, it's only the 18th of February, but still you'd want to see a price close above 50.98. Now, if price doesn't close above it, is it bell curtains? No, it doesn't. It's just that is your resistance area inside of this instrument. Let's go take a look at, and you're long from 42, and this is trading at $50. Now let's go take a look at the white background charts. Here's our daily time frame. So very much like the markets out here, and this is the exact opposite of the instrument that we just looked at, that Ken and I just looked at. And when I say the opposite, what I mean, here we have a valid topping pattern. You've got a couple of valid topping patterns. In fact, you've got 3 valid topping patterns in XEC. The first one, wave number 7. That's courtesy of Basil Chapman. Now, this may not be a rogue wave. Under his definitions, I suggest that you subscribe to his newsletter service, you take his workshops, and you learn the pattern. You should. The second pattern that's out here is a TD9 count. The third pattern is a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. All 3 of those. Now, even though you have 3, does that make it more of a top? I don't know the answer to that question. I'm trying to study that, but I don't have the answer. A top is a top. And all the tops allow you to first do is try to push your way down to support. Unlike what we looked at inside IMGN, which held the oscillator and change line, right now XEC is not. And so if XEC does not hold 51.67, that is suggesting we're going to see a further retracement. Now, its levels of support here are going to be 45.87 and 44.30. Those would be your next two levels of support on the way down. So the daily time frame suggests that's what's going to occur, unless we see price close above that oscillator and change line, which is green. So a close back above that, well, that would be a positive. On a weekly time frame, XEC, this is potentially generating this week, potentially generating a Rhodes momentum indicator top. It already has wave number 7. That's letter G on my screen out here. And price is dealing with 50.90. 50.90 is a TD9 breakdown level, much like we looked at in IMGN. Last week it closed above it, and this week it's trading, in essence, right on it. 50.90 is the number. This is trading at 50.80. So I'd watch that area. Now, you'd have conflicting signals on the daily and the weekly. What does that mean? Well, longer term, intermediate term, this looks pretty good. It does have a top, at least got, wave number 7 can extend itself by seeing higher highs next week and so forth. So it doesn't have a confirmed wave number 7 top out here. But I'd really be watching at 51.67-ish line. And on a monthly basis, well, we already talked about that, how price is dealing with resistance. So the monthly says resistance, the daily says, hey, I'm ready to pull back. And where I'm ready to pull back to is between 44.30 and 45.87. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back in just a few.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. I got the Dow off 129, S&P down 20, NASDAQ 100 off 92. Just a quick peek here at a short-term chart, very short-term chart, the 10-minute time frame chart here for the NQ. And as we take a look at it, of the 10-minute time frame charts out here, of the 4 equity future contracts, let me just populate my Russell 2000. This is the only one that is dealing with a potential resistance level, and that's at 13,603.75. So you can see the Rhodes momentum indicator bottom on a 10-minute basis. There's an A to B equals CD to the upside as price is targeting 13,603.75. If price closes above that, well, at 130, so this bar must have just started. So at 140, that would suggest to move to 13,628 if it's not already up there, and then above that would be 13,683. If the counter trend rally was going to stop, in essence, it's right here in this range. Now, I don't know if price is going to close above 13,603.75 or not. What I'd really be watching for here from a pattern standpoint would be a bearish reversal candle. The bearish reversal candle would go ahead and confirm a Gartley sell pattern. So you've got your A to B equals CD. That's in play here. I watch a 10-minute chart for those of you that are intraday traders out here because of the NQ signals. And if you did see a bearish reversal candle, that should indicate that the rally has stopped. If you don't get that, well, then price will continue higher. You want to watch those levels, 13,628, 13,683. Again, we're just looking at a 10-minute time frame chart, but wanted to at least give you some type of feel for what the markets are doing at this very moment. Now let's go to a couple of questions that have come in. The first one here from Tim. And Tim M wants to take a look at, he wants to have a powwow, P-O-W-W. P-O-W-W is the ticker symbol. And let's go see what powwow is all about. And what Tim's question is could you please look at Ammo Inc.? Okay, there we go. I got the powwow. Looking for the TAS profiles on the daily and weekly on anything your eyes can spot out here. Well, what you've got is a brand new daily profile. It is bullish in structure, Tim, and so if you were looking for support is between 721 and 751. Today's low, 740. So it is pulled back into support. Now we're going to look at my other chart, see if there's some kind of topping pattern, but this could be the area where you would consider taking a long position. Likewise, if you did, and you saw a close below 721, certainly 2 closes below 721, you would know you were on the wrong side of this trade, and that wrong side of this trade would say, geez, Louise, you could pull back to $4 or worse. But that's just looking at these black background charts. Let's go ahead and move and groove over to our white background charts. We'll see that on a daily time frame, voila. Here in powwow, it's really P-O-W-W. I'll get rid of the wow. Now, we can't get rid of the wow. We have to have the wow factor. Here what we see is a TD9 count top. We see a Rhodes momentum indicator top. But again, prices pulled back and has held support. Now, if 721 fails, price will pull back to 530. The ultimate buy on POWW, Tim, would be that 530 level. But price is going to have to close below 721 before we get that signal. I don't know whether price will or won't. So that's what I would be looking at there. On a weekly time frame chart, as we take a look at POWW, this week could be forming a Rhodes momentum indicator top. And if that's the case, that would suggest a pullback to $6. Of course, you're not going to get to $6 until you see a close below 721, that key level out there. On a monthly time frame, no sign of a topping signal here, so that looks pretty good. So I hope that helps you out, Tim, with regard to POWW. You also wanted to take a look at instrument LTCN, Lawrence Taylor of the Canadian Football League. So let's go take a look at LTCN. I have no idea what LTCN is. It doesn't really matter to me or to you because we're just simply trading the chart patterns. That's all you and I are doing. It's pattern recognition. Now, what this instrument did, LTCN, back on the trading day of November 25th, it formed a TD9 count top and a 7th wave move top, so 2 topping patterns. And since then, it's really just been consolidating sideways out here, Tim. Again, you're looking for profile levels. Let me go ahead and move over to this black background set of charts out here. This will be easier for you to grab those. LTCN. And LTCN is Grayscale Litecoin Trust. Interesting. So the profile levels you were looking for is 244 at the bottom, 285.55 at the top. That's your daily profile. Price is above that. This hasn't traded long enough to generate any kind of weekly or monthly profile levels for you. So thanks for writing in. Hope that helps you out, and have a terrific Thirsty Thursday. Eon Miller wants to take a look at HIMX, HIMX. Let's go see what HIMX is. I think this, I can't remember if this is the cement company. I don't think HIMX. It's a CMEX, I think, that I was looking for. So no, this is HIMX Technologies. Ian says, can you look at the stock? I'm looking at HIMX daily, weekly. Sure. So you've got a brand new form this week. Profile, daily profile. Support, 1331. In essence, it was tested today. The low today, 1344. Yeah, it wasn't an exact test of 1331, but close enough for me. So what you have, Ian, is just a good old-fashioned consolidation between those levels. Your weekly TAS profiles are way down there, 747, the monthly 510. So you're going to ignore those for the time being. What we want to know, Ian, is did this generate any kind of a top out here when it was making that spike high last week? And when it was making that spike high last week, it has not confirmed a topping pattern. Now, here's your conundrum. Your conundrum is so far price is pulled back to support, the bottom of its daily profile. That's an entry area, but price is also below that green line. The green line, the oscillator and change line, suggests there could be, not guaranteed, but there could be further support. So the key level for you to be watching is 1331. Well, how do you know if HIMX is bottomed here? And that's a great question. I'm glad you asked it, because now I have to answer it. So the only way that I would take a look at that and try to answer that question would be to go to a short-term chart. So a 30-minute chart as an example. So I'm just going to pull this up on our chart, HIMX. Whoops, X, not Z. HIMX, there's a 30-minute time frame. And as price was pulling back into that breakout support level, you want to see a bottom. Well, guess what, Ian? You got it. You got wave number 7, courtesy again of Basil Chapman out there. You can see that letter G on my screen. And so you have the potential for that. But price is below Stevie's red line, the oscillator and change line. You need to see a close above 1413 to suggest that that's a possibility that the daily time frame for HIMX bottom at 1331. If you don't get that, then I would say wait to see if you get a close below that. And then you'd want to look at the 1027 level out there. So, Ian, I hope that helps you out with regard to HIMX. Thanks so much for writing in. Now, I don't see any other questions that I've received by email. Nothing else is in the Tiger's Den that I know of. Oh, I take this back. We had a caller. Victor had called in earlier, but didn't hang on. He wanted to take a look at PLTR, Planeteer, or something along those lines out here. And Planeteer right now, as completed today, has gotten to the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD level to the downside. So, Victor, I'm assuming that, well, I don't want to assume anything. I don't know if you're looking to get in, if you're holding it. Now, that doesn't mean because it made the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD to the downside that it's done. It doesn't mean that at all. Today was a gap to the downside. You've got a little bit of a doji candle. Let me get this going on my other charts as well, PLTR. But what you're looking for here, Victor, and certainly price did pull back to a breakout area, not the TD9 breakout level, but just simply the wide price spread accelerated volume that took place on January 22nd. So you want to be looking for a bottom. You want me on that wall. Now, here's the deal, Victor. If you see a bullish reversal candle form, that's certainly not today, that would be your signal of the Gartley buy pattern. Otherwise, price might target 2078 or 1576. And that is ticker symbol PLTR. Be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Are you grinding in market but seeing little to no return? Or are you a successful trader simply looking to make his job a little easier? Learn to take the path of least resistance with David White's powerful trading newsletter. David White is an accomplished trader whose deep understanding of technology and the markets allows him to consistently find and share winning trades. Support and resistance define the ranges in which stocks trade. By understanding these trading ranges, David White is able to find the path of least resistance. David White's trading newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, is delivered daily before the markets open to make every trading day an easy win. Visit TFNN.com today and subscribe to David White's Ultimate Trading Newsletter for $119 a month and try all of our newsletters risk-free with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take the path of least resistance at TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're still looking at Palantir Technology. PLTR is a ticker symbol. We've got one of our Denners, Melody, asked the following questions. PLTR has ended its lockup for 257 million shares. And the question is, do we see $7 as a potential price target for this? So it basically comes back to its IPO area. And here's how I would look at this. You know, you've got an A to B equals CD to the downside pattern that has unfolded. It's gotten to the 1-to-1 level out here. And Melody, I'll give you some price targets. I'll pull over my other chart out here. But the way that I would be looking at, if you were looking at getting into this instrument here, you may be given the gift of that A to B equals CD to the downside. Now, not until price will continue lower until we see some type of bullish reversal candle. That becomes the cavalry. It doesn't guarantee when the cavalry arrives that they're going to be able to, win that initial battle out there. But when you do see it, at least you know that buyers are ready to try to defend their position. And if you get that bullish reversal candle, regardless of whether $7 or $10 or $15 is a price target, and you're looking to get in, that's your signal to do so. Now, you may not be interested in getting into it, but that's how I would be looking at this. I would be looking at this and say, this is great. I've got the A to B equals CD to the downside. Now all I need to see is a bullish reversal candle at the end of the day. With regard to additional price targets, though, and this is, I'm sure Victor may want this as well, downside price targets would be 1754. And 1754 is the actual breakout level inside of Palantir, or Planeteer, whatever it is, PLTR out there. Then below that is 1085. Melody, price must close below those levels first before we can even entertain the $7 area. But again, until a bullish reversal candle forms, price should continue to move lower out there. And if you get a bullish reversal candle, that's going to be a suggestion that price will make its way up to the bottom of its daily profile, which is now below 2727. Above that, 3263, and above that, maybe even 4106, but we're not there just yet. So in my opinion, this is a gift to see the A to B equals CD, because now all you have to do is focus on one thing. One thing. and that is the bullish reversal candle. So I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. We're going to check here real quickly, see if there's any other requests. There are. So let's get to those. This next one coming here from David H. David in Tomball, Texas. And David wants to take a look at on what? Gold. Kirkland Lakes, KL. KL is Kirkland Lake Gold. And you're going to send me some snow and ice. No, that's okay. David, you keep that. That stuff there. Although I do need some ice for my ice maker. But in any event, we want to go take a look at KL. So let's get that fired up out here and see if we can help David, who is freezing cold in Texas out there. Man, what a travesty that is. Good Lord. So you're looking for support and resistance levels on the daily, weekly, and monthly. So let's go ahead. So you're below the daily support level. That was the bottom of its daily profile, 37.84. You're below the bottom of the weekly profile. That's at 39.59. That would suggest, from just simply a profile standpoint, the price is going to target 29.92. That's the bottom of the monthly profile. But David, you're freezing. We've got to give you more information than that if we can find better information. Let's go take a look at his daily time frame chart out here. Oof. See what Stevie sees. I don't see any sign of a bottom. Price is busted through a couple of different breakout support levels. This suggests 31.82 would be the next support area that it could be targeting. On a weekly basis, if we're looking for a breakout level of support, it's below that. This week, tomorrow's close, if it is below 37.84, says 30.57, and even 18.94 could be its target area. And on a monthly basis, other than the bottom of that day monthly profile, you've got 21.29. The bottom of the monthly profile, 29.92. So, David, I hope that helps you out, and I hope you've got power. Well, I can't say that you do. I don't know whether you do or you don't. Who knows? This could come from your cell phone. But stay warm out there and pray for a global warming. Pray for global warming. Who believes? These folks that believe in climate change, do you realize what they are asking me to believe? Maybe not you, but what they're asking me to believe is that they have the ability to put some type of device that we could just dial in whatever type of temperature we want, or whether we want rain or we want it to be cloudy or what. Have you ever seen an experiment anywhere that shows that we can control weather? We as human beings can control weather. We're playing God. Come on. Give me a break. In any event out here, I'm sorry, I don't know how I got off track there. It doesn't take much to get me off track. But good Lord, we're going to actually put thermostats or something outside to be able to control the weather? What are these people smoking? What are these? No, not this difference between weather and climate change out there. No. Anyways, let's go back to the stocks out here. And Craig wants to take a look at, looks like several stocks. CLVD is one of them. So let's go see what CLVD is. And CLVD doesn't come up on my screen, so that's not going to help you. But you've also got the GDX. So the GDX, which is the Gold Miners ETF, definitely we can do that. And here, much like in the case of Kirkland Gold, we've got price trading below the bottom of its daily profile, 33.53. We have price trading below the bottom of its bullish structured weekly profile, and that's at 34.11. So that's not good news. Now, when you're trading below those profiles, we then look to the next higher time frame. In this case here, it's the monthly. And the monthly chart says 30.98 is the next possible level of support. And below that, because that's just the center of the profile, you'd be looking at 22.10. Now, let's go ahead and put the GDX up on my other charts out here and see what other levels we would be taking a look at. So this has populated. Let's go ahead and let's start in reverse order. And by reverse order, I mean we're going to go take a look at the monthly time frame first. And on the monthly time frame, see if there's any signals out here. What we know about the monthly time frame is prices trading below its oscillator and change line, which is at 36.13. So this certainly suggests 30.98 or 22.10 out there. That's what that is signaling to us. The weekly time frame chart, again, we're below the weekly bottom of its profile. You do have wave number 6 that is in place, potentially wave number 7 forming over, maybe early next week or so. But to the extent that it doesn't, this is signaling to move back to 2028 for the weekly time frame. If we take a look at the daily chart out here, the daily chart does not signal any kind of a bottom. And if price closes below 32.69, and you're at $33 right now, so this is a level it's testing. But 32.69 is the second TD9 breakout level, and if this area fails, well, then that's going to go ahead and suggest that this could pull all the way back to its next breakout level of 24.37. So that's what I see when we take a look at the GDX. And Craig, sorry that I don't have CLVD, but maybe it was something else that you were looking at. Well, Hector also wanted to look at the GDX. And his question was any signs of a short-term bounce. Well, so his question was different. And for a short-term bounce, we would just simply look to the 30-minute time frame chart. And yes, the 30-minute time frame chart says short-term bounce up to 33.27. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back in just a minute.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter. A must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN. Educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave! Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based, vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow down 134. S&P is off 21 points. We were looking at the GDX during that breakout there, and what we all know is that the GDX, if we're really trading it, you've got to be focused on what is gold doing. So I don't want to do anything here partially, and so let's go finish the show by taking a look at gold. Now, what I've done here is I put up the continuous contract on my white background screens. I've done that so that we can go take a look at the intermediate term time frames as well, but I'm going to pull this back just a bit. And 1795.20, as you can see, is a TD9 breakout level. And this is going to be 2 bar closes below that. So odds favor, and we don't see any kind of a bottoming signal as we speak just yet. So price would likely go back to its next breakout area. The next breakout area is 1728.30. So for those of you looking for the GDX and when that will be bottoming, well, you want to be able to find some type of bottom in gold. Now, granted, gold is testing the swing point from back here on trading day of November 30th. And that low is 1771. You're slightly above that, but still no bullish signal, no signal at all that, in fact, gold is bottom. And it closed below that 1771. That says the 1728 level. Oh, shoot. I don't have the weekly and monthly time frames on this. Oh, now that is a real bummer. And I don't have enough time here in 30 seconds to get that fired up. Or do I? I thought I had a weekly somewhere. Oh, I know where I could do it. If you bear with me just for one moment, we'll see if this will fire up here, because we really do need to go take a look at that weekly time frame chart. So let's pull this over. Yeah, okay. So here I do have a weekly chart that we can go look at for Goldilocks. And what we notice here is that price is likely targeting 1706.20. And 1706.20 is the weekly breakout level. And if price closes below that, well, then Brent in Martinez, California was looking at the 1500 level, and that'd be 1459. Hey, by the way, Mark in Fort Collins, if you're listening, send me an email. I sent what I thought was an email to you yesterday, and it probably didn't go through to you. It was the charts that you were asking for. So if you are listening, go ahead and send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Hey, folks, stay tuned for 2 more great hours. I'll be back with you from 3 to 4. Have a terrific Thursday.